Hello and welcome back to Fallout New
Columbia
Vegas.
Network
Now
takes
I
pleasure in
have
bringing
tried it.
you
I've tried this multiple times and
Suspense.
I just can't seem to get this fight working. So
No embassy.
yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to kill him. Or we also have an alternative thing we can do, which is console commands. I mean, I'm not gonna be proud of using them, but I mean, I'm not gonna.
Suspense.
Well, I'll show you what happens when you do
Columbia's
kill
parade of
him.
outstanding thrillers, produced by William
Just try to
Spear,
skip all this dialogue.
scored by Bernard Herrmann. Notable melodramas from stage and screen,
But yep, so
fiction
still
and
not
radio,
working.
presented each week.
So this is
to
what
bring
happens
to the
when
edge
you
of your
just
chair,
kill him
keep
without
you in
taking part in his little duel of his. Yeah, he's pretty easy. If you have a gun, obviously. Actually, not really. I mean, look at the damage.
Story by the noted American author
Holy
T.S.
crap.
Stribling deals with the crime of murder.
Yeah, so imagine actually
started
having to
at
fight him
atmospheric
with a
island,
katana properly,
with ragged
one-on-one.
beggars
There'd be
who
no
slept
chance
in
for
a
me,
Hindu temple,
especially with my
who
melee
woke with
weapon
gold
skill.
in their pockets, and a dead
Wow,
girl
that was
lying
such a
near
fail.
them,
I couldn't even take him down
and
with a
with
bloody
a strange and mystical
gun.
entrance into the life of hereafter, which was the experience of an American psychologist.
So yeah, let's just...
For your
Yeah, we don't need
suspenseful
to skip the
listening,
dialogue actually,
we
just go
invite you
for
to
it.
join us.
This time we'll be a bit more careful when he charges at me. Or just kill him outright. Don't know why that didn't work the first time. So yeah, if you just outright kill him,
In Port of Spain, in Trinidad,
it blows
at
up
5:30
the vault in
the
there.
morning, Mr. Henry Paggioli, an American psychologist,
So yeah, I
stirred
don't want that to
uneasily,
happen.
became conscious of a splitting
Because
headache,
it wasn't my fault that the
opened his
game
eyes in
just wouldn't let me
and then,
have a
with
one-on-one
shock,
fight with him with a
saw
katana.
where he
So
was. He got up,
yeah,
arranged
we have a
his clothing.
better option,
He
which
tried with his neat
is another way of
psychological mind
getting
to
the
recapture
ideal
his
outcome,
dream,
which
to
is,
bottle up again
you know,
the
obviously
little
contents
smoking wisp
in whatever
that
that
still
place
floated
is.
about within his aching head. By 7
So,
o'clock, he found his way back to the house of Mr. Lowe.
yeah,
his
I've
host
already
in Port
tried
of
this
Spain.
before and it's working,
Lowe
which is
was
pretty
already
good.
about his
So
coffee, with an interested
right now my
spoon
speech skill is on
poised above
60.
the morning
I'll just
paper.
put it up to,
Ah, there you
I
are.
think,
Good
yeah,
morning,
20
Buster.
more, and then we'll use a
I say you are
speech
quiet.
magazine.
Didn't hear you get up at all.
Don't want to put it straight
Had
to
some
100.
breakfast?
Thanks.
So this is what happens when
What's the news today?
you
Well,
actually pass
the new governor will
the
arrive in
speech
Trinidad
check.
on the 12th, and
It gives you halfway through.
hello.
Where's my
Another
magazine?
native killed
Is
his
it?
wife. Tell me, Pajoli, as a psychologist,
So-
why do coolies kill their wives?
Yeah,
All
this
for
should
various
work.
reasons, I imagine.
Let me just
Let's
check
hear some of
my
the facts.
Ah,
speech
I
is
say
at
this is
100
a
now.
I'm
coincidence.
curious as to what
Really
brought you
putting
here.
on a show for you, Pajoli, on your first visit to Trinidad.
How so?
Well, you remember that
That
wedding
little-
procession you and I watched last
So-
evening down at the Hindu temple?
It will
been
come
walking
up
the temple.
shortly, I think.
Oh,
I
of
knew
course.
the
The
count. I
cream-colored
was looking
little
forward to
bride
this.
with the breastplates and the linked gold coins and the anklets and all the finery. And the bridegroom.
But I had it
What did you say his name was? Budman Lal?
Right, yeah, this is
Yeah.
it. You actually
you know what
convince him
happened?
to just leave,
Woodman
pretty
Lowell
much.
is in jail this
is
morning.
pretty
and his
cool.
cream-colored little bride is dead with her throat cut.
No.
So quite easy if you do have a speech skill
Do
of
they think he did
100,
it?
which
No
I
doubt of it.
don't.
That's why he's in jail now.
You know what would happen
He always seemed
But
like
if
a
the game
sensible
won't let me
fellow,
do it
too.
properly, then
One of
I'll
our
probably
best
have to,
entire family.
Which
this
only
is what
proves my
happens.
contention, Pajoli. A bridegroom of only
This
6 or 8
thing,
hours
it's all
killing
I've
his
got.
wife
I don't
without
have
any
any.
reason at all.
Oh, there's usually some reason for murder.
Maybe.
Turn away from
But I
us.
say, oh boy, you're missing the point completely.
How?
Well,
Yeah, so
suppose you actually
that's actually pretty cool how
slept
we
in
can
the
just
temple there last
avoid
night.
the fight
You wanted
altogether.
to, remember? And I said, no white man ever stays all night in a coolie temple.
Look at that.
Remember?
Yes, I remember. You said it simply isn't done.
He
Well,
also, he also
if you
leaves
had,
us his
Pajoli,
key,
I'd
which
say,
we use to open
that would have been a pretty
the
careful
door into the
Yes.
vault.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid I'll be mixed up in this. Both Mr. Lal and his uncle Hiradas are
So,
clients of
yeah,
mine.
and he also gave us his
Old
katana,
Hiradas
which
is
is
upwards
really
of $5 million
nice.
in my bank.
Hiradas.
I mean, I don't believe that it
Didn't you
only
tell
does
me he built that
19
temple where
damage.
the murder took
I
place?
think it might be
Yes,
the
It's what the
crits.
Hindus call a temple and rest house. Hiradas gives
Yeah,
right
19
and
damage.
key to any
That
traveler who
didn't
comes
feel like
into the night.
19 damage. You saw how
It's
much
an Indian
damage he done
custom
to
to
me.
help mendicant pilgrims. A
This
rich
thing's
Indian will build a
amazing.
temple and rest house just as you Americans erect libraries.
You know, I'll just make this like my melee weapon
What does
of
it say
choice.
there about the murder, though?
Budman Lal, nephew of the famous Mr.
Um,
Hiradas, was arrested early this morning at his home for the alleged murder of his wife, whom he married
Oh, no.
yesterday.
Wrong
The
one.
body was found at 6 o'clock this morning in the temple where the wedding ceremony took place. The temple
So
attendant
very
gave
cool.
the alarm. The victim's head was
And we
severed
also
completely
get to
from her
unlock
body
his
and all her
desk.
jewelry was gone. 5 coolie
We get
beggars
another
who were
one
asleep
of
in the
his
temple when
notes.
the body was discovered were arrested. They all claimed ignorance of the crime, but a
Yeah,
search
so
of their
that's just
persons revealed that each
pretty much
beggar
his
had a piece of
orders
the bride's jewelry and a
that
coin
were
from a
given
necklace.
to kill us.
Goodman Lal and his wife were seen to enter the temple at about 11 last night for the Hindu rite of purification.
So yeah, we haven't actually taken
Mr. Lal,
down
who
the
is a prominent
syndicate.
curio dealer, declines to say anything further.
Doesn't tell you
All
very
we done
much,
was
does
just
it?
prevented them
Not
from
much.
gaining access to
What do you
the
make of those
vault.
beggars? Oh, that's simple enough. Those devils laid in wait inside the temple
Yeah.
until the husband went out
Sincerely
and left his
K,
wife.
whoever
Then
he
they
is.
murdered her and divided the spoils.
Ah, but she had enough
Just
bangles
loot
and
all this
geegaws to
stuff
give a
first.
dozen to each man.
Yes, you're quite right, Pogoli. That's a fact.
Why should they continue
This is
sleeping
a
in the
skill
temple after
bit, I
they killed
think.
her if they did murder her?
Well, why shouldn't they? They
Book
knew
of
they'd be
5 rings.
suspected.
I don't think I've
They
seen that
couldn't get off the
before.
island without capture, so they thought might as well lie down again and go back to sleep.
Hmm. You may be right, Lowell. but
It's
that
a
doesn't look
melee
like the
weapon
solution
skill
to
bit.
me.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
I've
satisfied
ever
that's how
seen
it
that
occurred.
before.
You mean the beggars
Pretty
killed her?
cool.
Well, I don't think so.
Beauty secrets.
I rather fancy that the actual murderer took the girl's jewelry and went about the temple thrusting a bangle and a
Fahrenheit
coin in the pockets of each of the sleeping
451.
beggars to lay a false scent.
Oh, come now. That's laying it on a bit too thick, but
I think
My
it's
dear Lord,
time
that's the
that
only
we
possible
open.
explanation for the coins and the beggars'
It's not the
pockets.
vault, actually.
I tell boy,
Don't know why I was
you've
calling
had
it.
lots of
It's probably
experience
like
in these things.
just a
Come along with
story.
me and we'll go up and see Mr. Hiram Daz and see if we can't help
And-
his nephew.
I'll be glad to.
Yeah, it looks like we just get a
But we'll
bunch
go to the
of
temple first.
just cash.
Then we'll call on Mr. Hyrodai.
These are cool, gold bars. Yeah, they're heavy as well, £35 each. Yeah, I know they're heavy, but not that heavy, surely. It's pretty cool to get gold bars. I probably won't, I mean, they have a value
Well,
of
here we are.
10,551.
Door,
Yeah,
the
so
temple
I
doesn't
probably
kill us
can't
in the
even
daylight.
sell them to
Yeah,
anyone.
this looks dirty. Yeah, let's go in and question the beggars.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff.
Guess I'll just like keep them around for show,
Excuse me,
because they do
did
look
any of
really
you
nice.
fellows hear noises in this temple outside?
Oh, much sleep,
Where's
side.
my
No noise.
Enclave gold bar?
Policeman Pancho's wake this morning makes it still here.
What's your name?
How many
To
can I
the
give
chance,
away?
side.
When did you go to sleep last night?
When I ate rice and
can't
tea,
really
side.
move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are really
Do you
heavy.
remember seeing Budman Lal and his wife enter this building last night?
Yes, remember, side.
Did you see them go out?
No, side. No one
We'll actually have to
remember
take
go
a
out.
detour
You
back
were
to
all
know
asleep
that,
then, huh?
just to
All
drop these
asleep,
gold
side.
bars off.
Did you have any dreams during your sleep? Hear any noises?
I dream bad dreams, side.
Huh?
When policeman
So, yeah.
punched me awake this morning, I think
Final
dream
thoughts
has come
on the
true,
inheritance?
and
I actually kind of like it now. I mean, the
You all
first
have
half was
bad
quite
dreams?
dull, but
all
then
have that right.
when we started
Hello,
going
dear
to the
Pogoli.
casinos and
I don't
stuff,
see where this is
that's when
getting
it
us.
started to get
I do think
interesting.
we ought to be getting on to old Hiram Daz's house.
No, I think we can now
Hell, I might
entirely
even
discard
take
the
on.
theory that the
I don't
beggars
even know
murdered
what
the
to
girl.
do next.
On what ground?
Should
They
I
told me
take
nothing
on?
except that they all had
I think
bad
it was
dreams.
the
That's the reason.
one of the last ones
They all
actually.
had wild,
Russell, I
fantastic
think.
dreams. That suggests that they were given
I'm
some
probably
sort
not
of
going to do
opiate in their
movie
rice or tea
Bounties
last
2.
night. It's quite improbable that 5 ignorant coolies
Actually, I
would
might-
have wit enough to
I
concoct
might do one or
such a piece of
two
evidence as
missions
that.
later, one or two
Fact,
bounties,
I don't
but
believe the Trinidad court would admit such evidence.
We're not looking
yeah, I
for
might
legal
think about
evidence.
doing the
Perhaps
Russell
it's an
quest.
indication of the real criminal. Now I
I
suggest
think
that
that
we
one
get onto the house of
is
Hyrodot.
similar to the inheritance in structure, I think, anyways. Kind of want that Boulder Dome one, or whatever that,
Please come
whatever
in,
that,
gentlemen.
that
I've
mod
been
is called.
expecting you.
I've forgotten.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
So grab all
Most
these gold
mysterious
bars.
murder.
You're making me
The
carry
life
the
of my
heavy stuff
poor
up.
nephew will depend upon your exertions, gentlemen.
Where's
Tell
Edie?
me, what do you think of the beggars that were found in the temple with the bangles?
Yeah, sometimes they
and
don't
coins?
seem to.
Well, I'm afraid my
They
judgment
don't
of the
seem to
beggars will
go
disappoint you,
inside.
Mr. Hyrodot.
Huh?
My
this
theory
room
is that
for some
they're
reason.
innocent of the crime.
Really?
Yeah,
Why do you
Edie's still
say
back
that?
outside. I can
Because they told me of dreams
pretty
they
sure
had.
of that. Yeah. He just won't
All
come
their
in
dreams were
with
very
us.
nearly identical.
You are not English,
Right.
sir. No Englishman would have thought of
I'm
that.
gonna drop his
No,
gold
I'm
mask
American
off
with a
in my
backlash
safe.
sprinkling of Italian. My name's Fagioli.
What is your profession, Mr. Fagioli? You are a detective.
No, Mr. Dawson.
Actually,
I'm
yeah,
a
I
psychologist.
could even use him to just decorate
Your
this
soul
bit.
is at least groping after knowledge. However, it gropes as a blind worm, Mr. Fagioli. And we must find the criminal
Where
who
is
committed this crime, and thus restore my nephew Boodman Lau to
And I
liberty.
think we're ready to
You
go.
can imagine what a blow this has been to me after I arranged this marriage for my nephew.
You did
Hey, you know what? Let's
arrange a
take
marriage
on
for a
the
nephew who was
Russell
in his 30s?
Yes, Mr. Fagioli.
mod.
I
I
wanted
just
him
want
to
to see
avoid
what
the
what's
pitfalls
like.
into which I fell.
Ah,
He was unmarried, and he'd already begun to add dollars to dollars. I
That
did the
sunrise.
same thing.
It's
And
really
now,
nice.
look at me. An empty old man in a foreign land. What
Where
good
was
is
he
this
again?
house where men of my own kind can't come and sit with
I
me?
think it was
When I
a
have no grandchildren to
188
romp and play.
trading post,
No,
if I remember
I've piled
correctly.
up dollars and pounds. I've eaten the world, Mr. Fagioli.
I also kind of want to do the Brotherhood of Steel
Oh, here I
stuff
am.
as well.
An outcast.
Actually, I think.
and why don't you go back to
Oh,
India?
I'm not sure though.
Mr.
I'm not sure you
Hyder?
trigger that quest.
Mr. Fagioli, my mind
Yeah, I
is
think
half
there's
English.
something you have to
If
do
I
to
should
trigger
return
it,
to
or you can
Benarie,
just
I'd walk
sort of
about
head
thinking what the
directly to
temples
the
cost.
base.
How
wherever
much
that
was
is,
the
but I
value
don't
of the
remember.
stone set in the eye of Krishna's image? If I would ever be one with my own people again, Mr.
I
Fagioli,
hope Russell
I must leave
doesn't
this Western
glitch
mind
out
and body here.
or
in
bug out
Trinidad.
like the Inheritance did in
That's
2 points in
very
the game
interesting
actually.
and moving,
That
but
was quite annoying.
we were discussing your nephew, Boodman
I had to
Lau.
replay quite a lot of
In searching for the
parts of
criminal,
that.
I would suggest you
There he
look
is.
for a moneyed man. Let me tell you my suspicions,
Yeah?
and you can work out the details.
What are they?
Nothing.
I
My face
went
is
out to the
just
temple
fine.
this morning to have the body of my
Looks like-
poor murdered niece
I don't even
brought
know
into
what
my
it looks
villa for
like.
burial. I
It's like it's been
talked to the
burnt or
5
something.
beggars, and they told me there was a fixed sleep
Yeah, well,
in the
curiosity
temple.
killed the cocksucker.
I think cat was what he
Yes,
meant.
Mr.
I prefer
Lowe.
not to
A
discuss it.
white man.
I followed a bounty here
Yes,
not long ago,
Mr.
but
Lowe.
the trail ran
All
cold.
sides of the coulee.
I've been getting by
And my
working as a
man,
caretaker.
Guka,
I should get back on
told
the
me
Oh,
mark.
it's
the truth.
I
really is
Mr.
another
Hyder,
bounty.
used to pride myself
Decapitation
in
is not
finding
an
every
American
mark
mode
I
of
was
murder.
after.
American?
I was
Everywhere in
speaking
Nowhere,
generally.
pardon
I
me.
mean
Does it really
white
matter?
man's method of murder.
Might as well, he's long
This
gone.
is indicative in
Fellow
itself.
by the name
I
of
meant to
Clance.
call
So
your
it's like
attention
Used to work
to
as a
this
scalp
point.
hunter for the
It
inside.
shows
I hope
the
it's
white
not
man
just
is
a
highly
Back
glorified
when the
bounty
Republic was
quest.
Sentimental
rushing
habit
some nasty
of
tribals
other
and
people's
raiders
than
down
his own.
south.
So he was
Glenn
enabled
and his
to give the
gang
crime
were
an
making so much
extraordinary
money.
resemblance
Pretty soon,
to
they stopped
a
caring
Hindu
about
crime.
whose scalp they took.
But what motive could a white man
Brass
have?
tried to put a lid on him,
Possibly
declared him an outlaw, but it
robbery,
didn't matter.
Mr. Pajoli.
Settlers loved
Or if he were
settlers or
a
miners
very
run into trouble with
intellectual
tribals.
man,
They hired
he
Glenn.
might have
Wasn't until
murdered the
a few
poor
months back the
child
NCR
by
finally put a bounty.
10,000, that's
1,000 caps on
it's
his head.
nothing.
I decided it'd be worth my while to go after him.
Yes,
I'm worth
Just by
like
luck, he drifted
10
south.
times that.
record
I
the
was trailing.
psychological
Rumor is he
reaction.
was meeting up with some old
Why?
accomplice, Judge.
I can't entertain
Apparently
such
this guy
a
ran
theory
with
as that,
Glenn
Mr.
years
Hyder.
ago.
Oh, no.
You don't
He's
by
too
chance know
far-fetched.
However, it is
Wait, that
worth
was you?
investigating.
I heard the
is it
judge
not?
was killed
Yes,
by a
yes.
pack.
I
Yeah,
love
I
this. It's
ripped him.
actually,
Begin my investigations with
Very
the man
territorial,
Guka.
you know?
By all means.
I love
Mr.
how,
Pajoli.
like,
And
your
in your investigations, gentlemen,
all the things you've
hire
done from
any
the other
assistance you
mods
may need. Draw on
sort
me
of carry
for
over
any
to the
amount.
story in this one.
I
It's
want
pretty
my
cool.
nephew exonerated.
Not a bad idea,
And above all
especially
things,
considering your background.
I want the
Anybody
real
can take down a
criminal
Rick.
Yeah, just
Well,
gained us a
and
little bit of
brought to
respect.
the
You have to ask,
gallows.
though. You're not in bed with Caesar. Good to know. I can respect that. Look, I'd like to get started after Glenn. Good.
So,
Guess we'll
it's like
start
just-
where I left off.
It sounds like
Town.
a normal
Figured
bounty
about
quest
it.
so far, but let's hope it gets a bit more interesting.
Oh, what do you think of that, Pajoli? White man in that temple.
Nice. New
Sounds like pure
pet.
fiction to me, to shield Boban Lau. You know these fellows hang
Let's check
together
out
like
what that is.
Say it's a jolly good thing we didn't
Swift
decide
and
to sleep
silent.
in the temple last night, isn't it?
You know, in my
Move
opinion, Lo,
10%
the actual
faster while
criminal is
sneaking
Boodman Lau.
and deliver
Same here.
more damage with
I thought so
rifles.
ever since I first saw the account in the paper.
Been nothing but
Somehow these fellows
Guess that's
will
more reason
chop
to
their
use
wives
this.
to pieces for no reason at all.
Not that.
Now, what do you know about Goodman Lau?
Well, he was born here and
Yeah, what key was it? Yeah,
because
this
of
one.
his rich uncle.
This rifle.
Lived here all his life?
It's not the best
but
in
he was
terms
in
of
Oxford
damage,
for
but
6 years.
I just like the
Oh, he's an
design.
estimator.
Yes. There you are.
So where are we heading to
I
now?
understand. What do you mean, Pajoli?
And no doubt he fell in love with some English
Abandoned
girl, but
hideout.
when old Hiradas chose a Hindu child for his wife,
Well-
Goodman couldn't refuse marriage.
It would be
No
great if
man's
you
going to
told us
quarrel
where the
with a
hideout
$5 million
was.
legacy.
We
Then
might
he
have
chose
done, I
this
just
ghastly
probably
method of
didn't
getting
pay
rid of the child
attention.
bride.
I dare say you're right. I feel sure Goodman Lau killed the girl. And Jones, I'm getting tired of walking. There's a cab. Let's hop it and ride the rest of the way. Hi, cabby.
Pretty sure I missed it.
There's a lot of scuttlebutt. Once he sets his sights on
Well, aren't you coming?
lead
You know, I don't feel that I can conscientiously continue this
Ah, now the
investigation,
quest
trying
marker
to clear a
shows
person
up.
whom I have every reason to believe
It
guilty.
doesn't show it on the map
Man,
though, so
don't
you just
leave
have
me
to,
like this.
you just have
At
to like
least come
sort
as far
of
as
run
police
there.
headquarters with me and explain your theory about Guga, the temple keeper, and the
Yeah, I
right.
don't know how I
But
managed to fix the sprint
I thought I'd
button.
go back to your cottage and pack my
I
things.
think during the inheritance,
Pack your things.
it sort of
Well, your
broke
boat
for some
doesn't sail
reason.
until Friday.
Yes, I know, but there's a daily service to Curacao. It took me to go there.
Oh, no. Come, you can't run off
Let's
like
hope this
that
place
just
isn't
when I
really
stirred up
far
an interesting
away,
murder
because I
mystery
can't
to
see it on the
unravel.
map
Why?
anywhere.
Well, Jolie, you ought to appreciate my efforts as a host more than that.
Well, all right. To the police station.
Yes, hurry up.
Yeah, I think it might just be like certain locations the sprint button just sort of gets disabled for some reason. I don't know.
Chief Vickers,
Oh, how
this
we
is
meant
my
to get
friend,
there.
Mr. Pajoli. Mr. Pajoli, Mr. Vickers is chief of Trinidad's police force.
How do you do? How do you do?
Chief Vickers,
Yeah, I think
I've asked Mr.
should
Pajoli's
lead us
counsel in the
somewhere.
Budman Lau murder case. And he's already developed a theory as to who is the actual murderer of Mrs. Budman Lau.
So have I.
Now,
I
in
get
this
up.
matter, Chief Vickers, I want to be perfectly frank with you. I'll admit we're in this case and the employer...
Oh
of
my
Mr.
god, you see what I
Hardab
mean?
are
Like
making an
it
effort
sort of
to
feels
clear
like
his
there's
nephew,
invisible
Budman Lau.
walls all over the
We felt
place in
confident
here
you'd use
compared
the
to
skill of the police
Skyrim.
department of Port of Spain
Yeah,
to work
that
out a theory
definitely is
clearing
one.
Budman Lau just as readily as you would to convict him.
Our department usually devotes its time to conviction and not to clearing criminals.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know that.
it is
but
definitely
if our
an
theory
invisible
will
wall
point
over
out the
here.
actual
I don't know
murderer,
how you
What is
get
your
there.
theory?
So it might
Mr.
just like
Pajoli's
sort of
deduction
teleport
is
around the
based
place.
on the dreams of the men who were found in the temple.
So Mr. Pajoli's deduction is based on
I just
dreams.
It would
teleport
be a remarkable
until I can
coincidence,
sort of
Mr.
get
Vickers,
closer
if
to
5
it.
men had lurid dreams simultaneously without some physical cause. It suggests strongly that their tea or rice was doped. Now, if you find out what soporific was used, then have your men search the sales records
Ah,
of
now it
drugstores in the city to
shows
see who
us
has
it.
lately bought such a drug.
It's quite far
You'll
away.
find
Yeah,
the
there's
murderer.
no way we're running that distance.
How do you like Trinidad, Mr. Pajoli?
Head on over
Very
to the
much
farmstead,
You've just
which
arrived,
I'm pretty
haven't you?
sure
Yes.
will spawn a
In
bunch
what
of just
university do you
random
teach back in
fiends.
the States?
Maybe
Ohio
vipers,
State.
actually.
A chair of criminal psychology in an ordinary state university?
Which
I'm
isn't
not
a big
professor,
deal.
I'm simply a docent,
Pretty
and I haven't
easy to take
specialized in
down.
criminal psychology. I quiz on general psychology.
You're not teaching now?
No, this is my sabbatical year.
Ah,
You
come
look young
on.
to have taught in the university 6 years, but then you Americans start young and your land is specialist. Now, Mr. Pajoli, I suppose
Yep.
you're wrapped up
They,
heart and soul
they
in
tend to
your psychology.
respawn
I am.
pretty
You'd
quickly.
do anything in the world to advance yourself. I reckon.
Oh my god.
Especially keen on
Yeah, they
original
just got
research.
demolished.
That's what he is, Chief Vickers. You know what he asked me to do yesterday?
Didn't even have a
No,
chance
what,
to
Mr.
shoot
Lowe?
them.
Oh, I don't think we ought to burden Mr. Vickers with our household anecdotes.
Oh, but I'm really curious. Just what did Mr. Pajoli ask you to do yesterday afternoon, Mr.
Just
Lowe?
more random junk.
Well, really nothing at all. It's just a little
Don't really
psychological
need any of this.
experiment he wanted to do.
And did he do it?
Oh, no.
So I'm
I
going to
didn't
start
get it.
collecting
Oh,
wrenches and
unconventional
stuff
as
because
that.
I just
Oh, really
realised
nothing at
that
all.
you can actually
I think I could guess
make
your
weapon
anecdote if
repair
I tried,
kits out of
gentlemen.
them.
About a half an hour ago, I received a telephone message from my man stationed at the temple.
Yeah, these are all...
to keep a lookout
The
for
loot
you
doesn't
and Mr.
respawn in
Pajoli.
those
Look out for us.
containers, I don't think.
Because one of the coolies under arrest told him that Mr. Pajoli slept in the temple last
Was
night.
Hammer?
Oh, but
Was
that's
Hammer
not
part of it?
true.
I'm not
That's exactly
sure I
what he didn't
remember.
do. He
Take it
suggested it to
anyways.
me, but I said no. You remember, Pajoli. You didn't do it. Did you, Pajoli? Did you?
So,
You
the band
see,
head
he
should be
did.
quite
Gentlemen,
close to here now.
I had a perfectly valid and
Yeah,
important
that
reason
might
for
be
sleeping
it.
in the temple last night, and so I can only ask your sympathetic attention to what I'm about to say.
It doesn't
Go
look
on.
like it though.
You remember, Lo, you and I were down there watching a wedding procession. Well, Just as the music stopped and the procession entered the building, suddenly it seemed to me as if they'd vanished.
Naturally, they'd gone to the
Probably
building.
another like underground bunker
I'm
type
afraid you
thing.
won't understand what I do mean. That the whole procession had ceased to exist.
Or maybe
melted
not,
into
that's
nothing.
it right there.
You see, that's really the idea in which the Hindus base their notion of heaven. Oblivion, nothing.
Yes, I've heard that before.
Well, our medieval Gothic architecture was a conception of our
So
Western
it's
heaven, and I thought perhaps the
inside. I'm
Indian
really
architecture
curious
had
as to
somehow
what we'll
caught the
find.
motif of the Indian religion, you know, suggestive nirvana. That's what amazed
Bill
and intrigued me.
Shack.
That's why I wanted to sleep in the place. I wanted to see if I could further my
This
shredded
is the
impression.
place. I searched it up and down.
Does
Well,
that
that was
make any
quick.
sense to you, Mr. Vick?
We're not
Fresh
interested
eyes.
why you went, Mr. Poggioli. We know a murder took place in the temple.
Yeah, so apparently he couldn't find anything. It's up to
I can't
us.
think that I committed a horrible murder as an experiment.
You intellectual chaps do some pretty weird things, Mr. Poggioli. Why, only the other day I was reading about two young
I bet
intellectuals.
it's something like really obvious
Yes,
that
these
he's
fellows
missed
I
out
read
on.
about also tried to turn an honest penny by their murder. I
Just to
don't
make us
suppose
feel
you
good.
happened to notice yesterday that the little bride, Maila Ran, was almost covered with gold
Ah,
bangles
probably
and
in
coins.
Of
here.
course I noticed.
Yeah, he
I had nothing whatever to do with her.
probably couldn't deal with
in
lockpicking,
the
but
temple.
By the
no,
way,
there's
you
nothing
say you
there.
slept on a rug just as the coolies did,
Yes, I did.
and you didn't wake up either, Mr. Poggioli?
No.
Then did the child's murderer happen to put a coin and a bangle in your pocket, just as
I
he
don't
did
see
the other
anything
sleepers in the
so
temple?
far.
I don't know. I haven't looked in my pocket since then.
Then please do so now, Mr. Poggioli.
I have no idea.
Here they are, Mr.
You don't happen to have any more, do you?
No.
Ah,
Already
there
been
it
through all
is.
my pockets and I
Hidden
have any more.
safe.
Well, that's something. Of course, you
I'll
might
give him
have
credit for
expected
that.
just such a
That
questioning
wasn't
as
the
this and
easiest
provided yourself with these two pieces of gold, but
of things to
I doubt it.
find.
Somehow, I don't believe that you're an experienced enough man to think of such a thing. However, we shall see.
Yeah, and we get a
I suppose
note.
you have no objection, Mr. Poggioli, to my accompanying you over to have a little search of your baggage in Mr. Lowe's
Let's have a
cottage.
look. The last night of a cabin. Sandra.
Now then, Mr. Poggioli, be so kind as to open your trunk.
I think this is just meant to be like a little
Just
clue
as I
as to
thought.
where he is right
A
now.
trunk tray full of bangles and coins. I'll say one thing for you, though, Mr. Poggioli. Your nerve almost
Yeah, we
got you
meet
by. but you-
Hendershot.
You can't believe that I did it.
Is that a place?
So, you don't
Damn,
believe I
there's a
did it.
snake here when you bit me.
I
What's the note say?
don't.
Oh, Hendershot was
If I did it, I was sleepwalking.
a guy.
God, to think that it's possible, but right here in my own
Well, we might as well start
Never
back,
heard
I
of it.
suppose. This
I know
is
someone
all.
who might be able to
I'll
point
go
us in
back
the right
with you,
direction.
Oh, Jolie.
A
I'll see you
stranger by the
through.
name of Vic.
Somehow
was-
I can't.
was a
I
free
won't
son.
believe you did it.
Let's track him down.
You know, Pajoli,
Yeah, I guess we'll
you set out to clear Boatman Lau.
try and find them.
Dash it all. It looks as if you had.
No, he didn't.
So where's it?
Goodman Lal was out of jail at least an hour before you fellows came into police
Pretty
headquarters to see
close.
me.
How?
It's in Freeside,
You mean that
actually.
you turned him loose?
Yes.
How's that, Chief Vickers?
Because, Mr. Lowe, he didn't go to the temple at all with his wife last night. He went down to Queen's Park Hotel and played billiards till 1 o'clock. He
Could
called
just
up a few friends
teleport
and proved that easily enough.
Well,
into the
that leaves
Liberty
nobody
Loft,
but
maybe?
yes.
Poggioli.
Actually,
I don't
Northgate
know
seems to
anything
be the
about it.
closest.
If I did commit the murder, I was asleep. I don't know anything about it. That's all I can say.
Well, that was quick. I was
I don't know.
expecting it to be a long ass
Perhaps the rest in
loading
jail will
screen.
help restore your memory. Well,
I don't
we'll
understand
see.
the fuss over the sunset.
Pajoli, old man.
Tastes like rancid
Don't be
fruit.
too downhearted.
So where is
I
it?
promise
Do we
you,
have to go?
I'll
Do
do
we go
everything I
inside?
can.
Yeah, we do. It's inside Freeside. So I actually saw Inception the other day. Yeah, man, I'm like, what, 4 years? No, not 4 years, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, I'm like 2 or 3 years late to the party. I know. I don't usually watch movies though, that much, so that's why.
To recall a lost dream.
But yeah, it's a pretty
The
good
most
movie. I can
tantalizing
understand why they
facet
were
of
raving
human
about it
brain
when
is drift.
it came out.
But if I lied still long enough on this book,
Where are we heading to?
perhaps I can recapture the dream I had in the temple last night.
don't think you can get over there.
Yes. It seems
Do we
to me
just
that
have to
the
climb
image on the
over or
altar
something?
moved,
No, we don't.
and suddenly the dome overhead was opened and left me staring upward
Or just some
into a vast
random
abyss,
guys
where I was alone
trying
in
to
endless
attack us.
space, where all creatures and all matter that had ever been or ever would be were wrapped up in me. How she
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
That's my dream. That's an odd thing.
But yeah, Inception.
6 men dreaming the same
Inception's
dream
actually
in
really
different
good. I mean,
terms. That must be a
Leonardo
physical
DiCaprio done well, as always. He's a great actor. He's probably like one of the best actors who hasn't won an Oscar yet.
Vickers! Oh! I have
It's such a shame, actually.
Get me out of here! I know
Every
who killed the
time-
girl!
Every time he gets nominated in Oscars and he doesn't get it, everyone just sort of feels so bad for him. I mean, I still believe that he'll get one
I know who
day.
murdered the bride. Hold her adapted.
He's too talented not to. I mean, it's to the point where it's just sort of trolling him now.
Take the gold he found in my trunk and develop all the fingerprints on it.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
Also tell him to follow out that opiate clue I gave him. He'll find Haradas and an end to put the gold in my trunk. See if they don't find brass or steel filings in my room where the scoundrels left and filed a new key.
But they've already done that long ago.
Yeah, 50 caps. It's
Certainly.
nothing.
And old Hiradas confessed everything. Though why a rich old man like him should have murdered a pretty child is more than I can see.
Jesus, I knew he was living on the streets, but
Why did he pick on me as a
strung out
scapegoat?
like this?
Oh, he explained
Never
that to the
imagined.
police. He
man
said he
was
picked on
so
a white man, so the police would make a thorough investigation.
always
and be
rangers
sure
that
to
seem
catch
to
him.
have some sort of fall from grace
But
like
what
that.
I can't see is why the old boy wanted to be caught and hanged. Well, why didn't he commit suicide?
yeah,
Why?
maybe you're right. It's just
I know why.
not what I was expecting.
Because according to his religion, in that case his soul would have returned in the form of
Ah,
police.
his addiction.
He
That's
wanted to
why.
be slain because he expects to be reborn instantly in Benarie. His little Maila Ran is his bride instead of his nephew's. He hopes to be a great man with wife and children. All the things he was not.
Yeah, let's use your
Here in
speech
Trinidad.
skill. Oh my god, I forgot to change it back.
Why didn't you come and tell me your
I feel kind of bad
Haradas
now.
confession
I
the
mean, we
moment
could
it
have done
occurred?
that speech check anyways,
What
just
do you mean
for
teasing me
changing,
here when you know I'm an innocent man?
changing her outfit, but
Why didn't you tell me before this?
I'll
Because
change
I
it
couldn't.
back now actually.
Old Hiradas didn't confess until a month and 10 days after you were hanged.
Chola Mountain.
Oh yeah, he's a zombie arms peddler hidden away in Koya Mountain.
Koya.
The passage
Where
to the
he
knowledge.
is exactly.
Here it is.
Sibling's tale of mysterious
No
death
man who
and
can
death
tell
of
you
school.
Raised
This
by the
was
name of
tonight's
Andy.
story of
Used to be racist. He knows the Spring
Suspense.
Mountain is better than anybody. That's why they got him up in the outpost.
Suspense is produced by William Spear.
So
John
right,
Dietz was
so
our
let's
guest
speak
director
to
this evening.
Handley
Tonight's
now.
radio drama was written by
I'll
Carol
try and
King,
change it
scored
back.
by Bernard Herrmann. Paul Stewart was
Let's speak
Pajorli,
still.
Barry Kroger was Mr. Hiradas, and Horace Brem played Mr. Lowe. Others in the cast were Alan Hewitt and Guy
So it
Rex.
should be
Next
back
week
at
at this
60,
time,
I think.
Columbia will bring you another selected story from the world's great literature of thrills. Another study in
Yeah,
suspense.
we're all good.
This is Barry Kroger, and this is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
So where's this guy? Oh my god. Pretty far away. Oh, that's not good. So travel to Monte Carlo Suites. I wonder if this place still gets attacked by fiends now. I'm pretty sure we took all of them out. No, looks like they're all gone. Well, maybe for now. But yeah, so Inception, yeah, it's a really good movie. I'd recommend it, especially if you like action for thrillers. Like this is definitely like the cream of the crop when it comes to action thrillers. I mean, especially if you want something which just messes with your mind. I mean, my god, was the whole premise of that movie just hard to understand. It's just a lot to take in. I mean, it's one of those... Oh, holy... Good. Oh my god. Got 10 things on my map. This gun's quite loud, actually. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah, that should be fine. This place is infested with cazadors. But yeah, it's one of those situations where I think that it could have done with some sort of information booklet. I mean, it's just an idea. Imagine if they gave you, you know, like just a little like leaflet or something. You know, almost like how a game has a little instruction manual. Maybe have that for a movie. It's probably the dumbest thing ever, but still, I think it would have helped. I mean, it shouldn't be too long. Just like a sort of little thing describing how the whole thing with dreams work. Because, you know, it just sort of throws everything at you, and for a lot of people, I don't think they would have understood it fully first time round. So yeah, there's some points where I actually had to like pause it for quite a long time, for quite a long time, just to, you know, sort of get my bearings. But no, it was actually really good. I mean, I'm not qualified to give like a really deep critique of it, but I mean, I can tell that the acting there is definitely a, you know, I can tell when some acting is better than others. Holy crap, the Cazador's got to him already. Yeah, this Russell guy is he's not as good as Bradley, I don't think. Should just wait for this guy to get up. Holy crap, you can actually drag his body around while he's unconscious. I don't even know what we're doing this for, but it's funny. Just drag him towards the door.
Son of a bitch, can't a man get a good night's sleep or what?
Yeah, so I assume we're heading inside now. Oh god, this is a mess. Wow. A wood chipper looks exactly like a leaf blower. There's just a lot of alcohol here. I don't know why I'm still collecting it. 'Cause I have a ton of alcohol back in Novak. Maybe I'm just... Yeah, I think I'm just trying to find maybe the one or two drinks that I haven't collected yet. Ah, there's a key. And a star cap as well. Wonder what you use that key on. Wow, there's a lot of random stuff. And Psycho too. Oh. Looks like we'll have another place to explore here. No, there's no one here. Guess it's sort of like just like a detective mystery style thing. I mean, one thing I really liked about Inception was it doesn't sort of force, it doesn't have any forced romantic, you know, stuff happening in it. I mean, I guess my instinct was that, you know, that Dom was gonna was gonna start some sort of romantic relationship with Ellen Page. I mean, it just sort of happens in every single action movie. There's always this really forced, oh, new weapons, some really forced romance thing going on, but no, they didn't have that. It's just Cobb and his wife, which actually makes sense because she's actually, I don't even know if you can call her an antagonist, but yeah, I'm pretty sure in that situation she is one. So yeah, just really focused on what it's doing. Yeah, I really like the supporting cast as well. I mean, I'd already seen Looper beforehand, so I knew that Joseph Gordon-Levitt was going to do a good job. Damage on this thing isn't that great. I'll have a look at it though. Is this a shotgun? Yeah, it is. A shotgun with a bloody long sniper scope. I mean, what's the point in that? I never understand putting a scope on a shotgun, because it's meant to be really close range anyways. I mean, you won't be hitting anything that far away. So yeah, we'll just tri-beam laser rifle. This thing's immense. I remember this thing from Fallout 3. It was so good. That was back when I actually tried energy weapons. I'm pretty sure 80% of people, or 90% of people who play this game just stick with small guns. You know, so pistols and rifles, they probably don't touch anything else. That may just be me though. Let's have a look. Big Book of Science. We'll use that. That brings our science up to 72. Probably put 3 more points into it. Weaponized chems. Wonder what that does. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, that's just... you can actually make a whole lot of these. What's this? I think these are like some poisons and stuff you can apply to melee weapons. Yeah, you can actually convert these into something useful. It's pretty cool. Yeah, whatever mod added that, and pretty neat. Strategic nuclear moose. And God said, let them have beer. So what are we meant to do here? I think I've found another key. Yeah, I'm not sure where this Handley guy is. Actually, I think I'm gonna stop the video here. Yeah, we are going quite long, so we'll be carrying on with this quest later on. But until then, bye.